today's lessons, we're going to be looking at some different types of way your business can generate revenue. Okay, so we're going to be talking about revenue streams, right? So the different types of revenue stream, how your business can make money, because at the end of the day, if you're operating a business, if you're running a business, you want to serve the customers, which is your main objective. Your main objective is to serve the customer, is to solve their problems, to provide them with a solution. And also at the same time, you want to be able to figure out a way to generate revenue for your business or for your enterprise, right? Because without any revenue, without any revenues coming into your business, it becomes very difficult for your business to survive. So that's what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the different types of revenues streams that your business can engage in or can implement in your business. And we're also going to be looking at the definition of what a revenue stream is. Okay, so my name is Vita King. I am your presenter for today, and I am also a business strategist at the same time. Okay, so let's take a look in. Let's get into it. So revenue streams, as I mentioned, every business has got to survive. Every business has got to make money. Otherwise, it becomes very, very difficult, challenging for a business to move forward or to survive. Okay, so let's take a look at what is the definition of a revenue stream. Okay, so a revenue stream is a source of revenue of a company or an organization. A revenue stream is generally made up of either recurring revenue or transaction-based revenue. Okay, so basically what it means is this, right? When you're operating a business, if you're starting a business, you can either engage in a transactional revenue, which means if you're selling products, for example, right? So a customer can come to your store, they buy the product, it's a one-time transaction, and then they leave. So that's what you call transactional. It's just one time, right? Now they can come back and purchase the same product, but it's just a transactional based, revenue that your business is generating. Now there's also, as I mentioned, there's also the recurring revenue. Right now, recurring revenue is usually when let's say you have a subscription-based business, right? Or let's say you're in a storage business, right? So you're charging people a subscription, or you're charging them a monthly rent for them to use your service, right? So if you're in a software business, or if you are, in the software business is usually a subscription, like Netflix, for example. Netflix is a subscription-based business, so they make revenue by charging you subscription. So that's how Netflix makes their revenue, by subscription-based, right? Companies like Walmart, on the other hand, right, they are transactional-based business. So you go to Walmart, you buy your product, that's a transaction, it's a one-time transaction, right? Now you will come back to Walmart, right, buy another product, that's a transactional-based business, transactional-based revenue at the same time. So those are the two types of revenues that your company can engage in, right? Transactional, one time, or recurring, where they come back and where you charge them for a monthly fee for them to continue to use your product and so on. So okay, so let's take a look I'm going to go on to the next page. So we're going to look at some types or different types of revenue streams that your business or that your enterprise can engage in, right? Because remember I said there's transactional, and then there's a recurring. Okay, so let's take a look at some different types of revenue streams here. Okay, so you have asset sale. Asset sale, as I mentioned, is you go to Walmart, you buy a product, and that's it. You buy either, let's say, a beauty product, or you buy clothes, or you buy whatever type of product. So that's transaction. It's a one time, and then you leave. Okay, so that's what you call a asset sale. Now advertising, you see that a lot in like companies like television, for example, right? So in the television industry, it's advertising. So you watch, they provide you with the content, but there's also sponsors or company that want to tap into that audience, because the television industry, they have an audience, and then you have advertisers coming in to take advantage of that. So that's advertising. And then there's leasing. So leasing, as I mentioned earlier, you could be in the storage business, where you're leasing out, it could be an equipment, right? You're leasing out your equipment for a short term. You're leasing out your office space. You're leasing out your, your camera, right? So you're leasing it, right? You're leasing it, or you're renting it, right? Really the same thing. Leasing, a short-term lease, or it's a contract. It can be a one-year lease, or renting it, month by month for them to use your camera. And then there's a subscription fee. Now, subscription fee, that's what I mentioned. because we're looking at the different types of revenue streams that your business can your enterprise can implement. So subscription fees, right? As I mentioned, company like like Netflix, they have subscription fees. Companies like any video, any online video platform or any software platform, they usually engage in subscription fee, right? Where you use the service and then every month you're paying a subscription fee. So Netflix would be a perfect example of what a subscription fee looks like. Okay, so and then let's take a look at another thing here. So usage fees. So usually usage fees, like your utility company, right? The more you use that service, the higher the fee is, right? So either a cell phone company, for example, they charge you a usage fee, so roaming fee, right? Or they charge you, roaming fee, usage fee. So the more you use the product, internet company, for example, right? They will charge you a usage fee. If you don't have a prepaid, if you don't have your internet on prepaid, then they can charge you a usage fee. So that's, and then there's licensing, where you can license your intellectual property, right? You can now usually licensing and leasing, two different. Leasing, when you're talking about licensing, right? Licensing, you're dealing with an intellectual property. It could be you're licensing your brand, right?